Hi, Carrie. This is Danian with Bright Think Marketing. So Josh asked me to go ahead and do a video for you about your current status online. And it's a little bit impromptu, so I apologize if there's any background noise. I'm just doing this on my laptop on my couch. It's about midnight right now. So there's a few things that I see right off the bat. Firstly, you've got a fairly nice website, but some things just don't quite line up. Like, for instance, this text in here. Then there's also the fact that I went through your website and I could not actually find your physical address anywhere. It actually is important that your physical address is on your website because that is how search engines partially associate this website with the address that's being listed on other accounts. You also have no home button, so if I want to go back to your home page, there is no way for me to do that except to go down to the bottom and go, oh look, I can click on Dalton Carpets right here, and then it takes me back to the home page. Toward the bottom, there's quite a few links here. My personal opinion is that they're a little bit disorganized. They could be done a little bit more inline and just look a little bit more smooth. Let me go straight into Twitter at this point. Now, you've done a good job actually at having these accounts set up, so this is a very good first step. However, it is my opinion that they should be improved somewhat. For instance, having a partial section of a van as your profile picture is not optimum. Having also now you do carpets, but right here we have a picture of a living room and I see hardwood flooring, a big old couch, and a little tiny section of carpet here. For all I know, it's a rug, but that is not where my attention goes. Nonetheless, it goes directly onto this couch here. And as far as I'm concerned, couches have nothing to do with carpets. So this real estate, this picture can be used a lot better for promotional purposes for your company. Now what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to take your profile pages and then I'm just going to compare them to my profile pages because I've set them up and I know that I've done them properly. Plenty of other people have, but it's just easiest for me to use my own because I did them and I know I did it right. So let's look at my Twitter page here. You can see that I have utilized all of the space except for right here because I didn't want to, and the attention is on what I want the attention to be on. One, my logo, Bright Think Marketing. Also, the services that I offer, and then people can see, oh, well, there's his phone number and his email address right there, and then there's his website right there. Then, of course, my profile picture, my light bulb fits very well into the profile picture. So that's the first thing with Twitter. Next up is Facebook. It's excellent that you have a Facebook page, and it's very good that you have 139 likes. This is very, very good. However, again, we're not utilizing this space as we could. It looks to me like somebody took a picture of a Chevy van and then overlaid your image on top of it, which is fine, except that it's still a little bit blurry and pixelated. So I would want a cleaner image there. And quite honestly, I would want your phone number there and perhaps a couple of your key selling services. Then you've got no profile picture. That's actually very important. A couple of things, other things is you want to have, this is good, you've got your email, your phone number there. A lot of companies do not have that information there. So that's really good. You're a little light on the photos, but you know, that's okay. But then again, here's some hardwood. Here it looks like some work in progress here. But I want to see the carpet that you do. Like, what products do you actually offer? And then just to compare that to mine, you see that I've utilized, now this is showing up because I'm the admin of this page, but I'd want to see you utilizing this space to promote your company and again allow people right off the bat, right at the top of the page, see your contact information. And then of course have a good logo that communicates what it is that you do. so that people know right away. Next up is Google Plus. Now we have even less of a cross-section of the van, and not even your entire name fits in there. And once again, we've got a couch here. So unless you sell couches, I'm not sure. If you sell couches and that's what you want to do, then that's totally fine. But to me, it looks more, based on your social media pages, that you sell furniture. And then let's see. Let's go to your About section here. There's not a whole lot of information here, although you do have your website linked. There's a phone number and there's an email address, but there's no address to your company. So again, that's important. You want all of these accounts to jive with each other. So looking at mine, I've utilized this space to basically say I do website design, I do local search marketing, and this is my website. I decided to keep my Google Plus page very, very clean and to the point. And then ignore this profile picture. I haven't changed it since Christmas, but you get the idea. All the information that you to contact me is right here under my company name. And okay, so let's go on to the next thing. Really quickly here, I did a search for Dalton Carpets of Georgia, which is your name, and you do come up here in the 3rd place on Google. And let me just give you a really quick overview of what is actually happening in these Google search results. You can see that these first 2 listings, these are ads. So somebody paid for those to be there. And then this entire column on the right-hand side, these are also all ads. So what you have right here, these are what are called Google local results. So these are people that have a good Google Plus page. So you see if I roll over it and leave my mouse there, it pops up on the right-hand side with their pictures and their address and contact information. Now, you are not here, and you most certainly should be, because Google typically displays 7 listings. And if there's only 4 being listed, you've got a very good chance of actually getting on this first page of Google, as long as you optimize and organize your internet presence, particularly your Google Plus page for this instance. So you know that for you is and should be paramount. Looking on Google Maps, I did a search for Dalton Carpets of Georgia, and only these 4 come up. So this actually, and as near as I can tell, unless you've got a different company listing, none of these are your company. When I search for your company name, you should definitely come up. And then LinkedIn, nothing came up on LinkedIn. Oh, sorry. I went a few pages in on accident. But nothing actually came up for Dalton Carpets of Georgia. I don't know your last name, so I wasn't actually able to search for your name. But even if I didn't know your last name and I knew your company name, I should be able to find you, because when a LinkedIn page is set up, I always create a company and associate you, the owner, with being the owner of this company, because you actually can set up companies on LinkedIn pages. Now, all of these individually may not seem all that important, but it's the collection of them that is actually very, very important. And then, associating all of these accounts with your website. So I see here you've got Facebook and Twitter, but where is Google Plus? Where is LinkedIn? Where is your Yelp listing? Speaking of Yelp, let's see if we can find you on Yelp. I actually forgot to do that. So let's just take Dalton, take your company name and post it into Yelp there. Forgive me while I edit some of this out. Oops, put the wrong place in there. Okay. So here are our results. This first one, this is an ad, so we ignore that. We've got Carpet Express, Dalton Vacuum Power, so on and so forth. But I don't actually see your company. Actually, only 5 companies are showing up. So it appears to me that you are not even on Yelp. Now, this is bad for you currently, but this is actually very good for me because this means I've got very light competition. So I would feel very comfortable in saying that in a fairly short order of time, we could get you ranking on these. At first, to rank for your own name. Then we would start ranking eventually for the keywords that your potential customers are searching for to find you. So to give you an example of that real quick, let's go back to Google search, and we're going to search for carpet company Dalton in Dalton, Georgia. So this is where we want you to start coming up as well. Now, I have not done any keyword research, so I don't know if this is actually what your potential customers are searching for when they look for you, but this is just an example. You know, we want you to start coming up on the hopefully on the first page of Google when people are searching for a carpet company. So that is just really a quick video on the outpoints that you currently have for and why, of course, you are not actually showing up on the Google search results. So a lot can be done for you. It's excellent that you have these accounts. They just need to be organized and polished up. And then, of course, we don't only, this would be social media management, but there is a lot of other accounts that get created, like even on your own homepage. I think you've got Kudzu, Angie's List, and you know, those are 2 accounts that I would create for your company. But then there's also about 50 more. I wouldn't necessarily put all of them on your website. However, I would link all of those accounts that I created for you to your website. It is, and it's the account creations, the associations with the website, and ensuring that everything's linked properly, the address is the same between them all, so on and so forth. It's really just organizing your company on the internet so that when someone searches for the keywords that you want to rank for, they actually make it to, they find your name. Your name is displayed on those Google search results. So at this point, I'm going to end the video. I'm not going to edit anything out, so I do apologize for the little search on Yelp, but I actually forgot to do it earlier. But I hope that gives you a good idea of what's missing now and what needs to change, especially if you want to start ranking and attracting customers. Josh told me you had a couple of showrooms, I think. We would definitely want to let people know that there are showrooms for people to go to. That's another thing I don't particularly see on here. So anyhow, there's a lot more. This is just a real quick overview, and I hope it gives you a good idea of what is capable of being done. And if you have any questions, just reach out to Josh, and if he doesn't know the answer, he can either get you in touch directly with me or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just talk to Josh, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, thanks.